So welcome back, folks. So here on the North Coast, it's a beautiful day out here. Summer's kicking in, but also too, the pollen has arrived in a big way. And so we're looking to purify the air inside the house, keep that dust down and all that good stuff. And so AEOCKY here, they have a brand new air purifier out, which we're going to give a try. And let's go ahead and get into getting it all set up, going over all the features, and then we're going to put it into action and see how it performs. So with our unit right here, the first thing is whenever we get it, if you open up the bottom here, everything that you need is tucked away inside here. Power supply, all that good stuff. Our filter here, which we're going to have to remove the plastic, of course, and all that good stuff. Obviously, I reviewed the AEOCKY Cybertron model. In fact, thank you to AEOCKY for sending this to me. I do appreciate it. Of course, my opinions are always my own. But the one thing I really liked about it, I've used it now for 6 months, is they use like a 5-in-1 filter. So you'll see a lot of filters out there that are just like a basic paper type cartridge and stuff. And no doubt a lot of those filters, they catch a lot of stuff. But AEOCKY, they use this 5-in-1 filter that they came up with. And so you can see, looking in here, it has essentially all these different layers of filtering. You see here on the outside, the outer mesh before you get to the paper, and then there's a few other filter layers inside here. I have found it very effective. So the system and setup that they use works quite well. And on top of that too, they give you a pre-filter. Now the thing with this is you put this on the outside of this filter, and this is washable. So if it does get too dirty, you take this off, wash it, let it air dry, of course, completely, and then you can go ahead and put it back on. Also too, these filters are available for replacement. This should last about a year, they say. Now, of course, if you're in a real heavy environment with a lot of particulate matter in the air, it might not last as long, but you're looking at about a year or so. The other nice thing is they give you 2 of these filters, so perhaps while one is drying out after you've washed it, you can install the other one and switch them back and forth. And then once they get kind of too grody, then you can just go ahead and, like I said, just order new ones. It took me about 10 seconds to put that on, and it just uses Velcro to attach, and there you go. There's your pre-filter installed. And then once we get our air filter installed here with that pre-filter on the outside, it's like kind of a little puzzle piece. Just kind of fit it in there, and it closed. And there we go. Now we can go ahead and get it up and running. Now everything here is pretty simple in terms of controls. Power button. You can adjust the air speed. They have a sleep function, which I found on their other Cybertron model. So quiet, you just have no idea it's running. So if you want something next to your bed that's nice and quiet, I think you'll see with this, it'll be very quiet for nighttime use. And then if the filter does get too dirty, it'll give you a warning. And then there's a button here to, after you clean the filter or replace it, you can reset it. And then also too, there is a timer function and a child lock as well. Controls very simple, very easy to use. Now they do have a little capsule here that's kind of like a little fragrance capsule basically. And so if you do want to use it and you like the scent of it, then pretty much just clip it on. It's a pretty mild scent, just kind of a fresh air scent. And like I can smell it from here. So yeah, if you want to use it, you can use it. If not, you can totally leave it off, completely up to you. Okay, so we got our unit set up here. We've got that sleep mode, super quiet. You can still feel the air moving. The light also goes out. You can just feel a little bit of air moving there. Now let's go ahead and turn it up a bit. We'll turn sleep mode off. And let's go ahead and cycle it up full blast. And this is the top setting right here. And it's really pulling that air through. So in this case, like right now, we got a lot of pollen in the house. So we can go ahead and turn this up and really start moving that air through and get that air circulating and get it kind of run through the filter here to try to get that pollen out of the air. And again, if you do need to turn it down a bit, you can turn it down slightly as well. Now this unit also has a air quality sensor as well. So right here it says with the blue ring that we have good air quality overall. We're out here along the ocean, out in the country, so we don't have like the typical city kind of issues and stuff you might find. But we definitely do have the pollen. And then there's also, if it turns orange, that's not as good. And then of course the red, if it goes red, the air quality is pretty bad. And in that case, I'd probably run it full blast. So we're going to go ahead and let it do its job and cycle a lot of that air through and hopefully get a lot of this pollen out of the air. So we put our AEOCKY LunaPure air purifier to the test. I took it with me on vacation, which is kind of a different thing to do, taking an air purifier with you on vacation, but that I did. I knew that the pollen was going to be pretty bad, and it certainly was. I put this in the main foyer of the house, and it did a great job. Nobody noticed it at all while it's running. It's running right now. I have it set on like the second setting, and you can't really, I don't know, don't really notice it. And so it's nice and quiet. Nobody really took note of it. But I noticed that the air quality inside the house seemed to be a bit better in terms of less pollen, because pollen really bothers me a lot. And so that was a good thing. The other thing that happened was with the grill right outside, I had put a bunch of burgers on the grill. The house kind of filled up with smoke. The screen doors were open, and the air purifier took care of it in no time flat. So great job with that. Very quickly, a lot of the smells from the burgers and all that stuff, and all the particulate stuff from that smoke, the air purifier took care of it and got the air quality back to 100%. So that was good. Very happy with that. So in the end, super happy with this. Very quiet. Also, the sleep setting is very quiet as well. So where it's positioned at right now is inside my barn garage. And so this is where it's going to stay for a while. The pollen is kicking in here, and a lot of times dust gets in the barn with vehicles going in and out and all sorts of things. So we're going to go ahead and let it run in here and just manage those issues and keep the air quality good inside of the barn to keep the dust down and all the stuff in the air and all that. So anyways, yes, in the end, super happy with this. AEOCKY, they did a good job. I like their 5-in-1 air purifying system as well. So that is great too. Anyways, definitely check this out, folks, and y'all have a good day.